My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This is the only channel dedicated to UFC fight picks and DraftKings lineups run by MMA insiders and professional fighters. Every week, I join Dan Kramer and Nick Newell, two longtime professional fighters that have fought at the highest levels on the planet, as well as Jacob Lyons, a skinny kid from Indiana. So join us every single week for our full fight card breakdowns, our individual fight card breakdowns, our betting guide, and our DraftKings lineups. Next up at UFC 265, we have Rafael Fiziev versus Bobby King Green. Rafael Fiziev, 9-1 overall, 4-1 in his last five. Massive, massive favorite. Bobby Green, 3-2 in his last five, 27-11-1. So an enormous amount of experience here. He is coming off of a loss to Thiago Moises, which a lot of people think he won. And honestly, a few different decisions, and he does win that fight. Rafael Fiziev, I always do the Brazilian pronunciation of these names, but he's not Brazilian, so it's not Rafael, it's Rafael. This will be a fantastic fight. I mean, Rafael Fiziev is a phenomenal striker, very traditional Muay Thai. He has incredible power, incredible volume. He does not have gas issues, which kind of hope he does have if you're fighting him, but he doesn't. So he'll definitely be the better striker here, and he has really, really good takedown defense. I think he has a 100% takedown defense in the UFC. And all of these tools, the incredible striking, the fact that he's impossible to take down, the power, the volume, that is why he's a favorite here. That is why he is such a massive favorite here. I do think these odds are crazy, though. Minus 345, I think that's a bit much. Bobby Green has really good volume, and he is insanely tough. He has that Roy Jones style boxing where his hands are super low, and then he jumps in with the jab, jumps in with the straight rights instead of hands up in traditional fighting or traditional boxing stance. He is a good grappler, and he's actually well-rounded. The problem is he's sort of a jack of all trades, where Rafael Fiziev is an absolute master of his trade. Bobby Green should have the wrestling advantage and an advantage on the ground if it gets there. I just don't know if it'll get there with Fiziev having a 100% takedown defense. Danny boy, do you think these odds are crazy?
I love these 100% takedown defense.
And it's because he had 2 fights in the UFC. So
right. Who tried to take him down? One person who to this day haunts me that he didn't shoot a takedown was Moicano. And you're talk about stupid bets. I still would make the same bet if they rematch, but I bet pretty heavy on that one. And I was like, Moicano, all he needs to do is get to the clinch, get a trip, get a takedown. We don't even know if Fiziev knows how to wrestle or do any jiu-jitsu. I'm obviously being sarcastic. The guy's one of the coaches at one of the best MMA gyms in the world, so he's obviously skilled.
Your microphone. What is the problem?
What do you mean? It was the same spot it was.
All right.
Dude, you're the one that's echoing over there. Like, maybe it's your computer again. And you should have heard Angelo yelling at me last week. He's like, really? Again? It turns out it was his computer or internet or whatever it was. The guy assumes everybody's look at that.
All right. Can you finish your breakdown, please?
Really? After you just went on for 20 minutes reading from a teleprompter?
They're called notes.
Yeah. Well, put them on the screen and everyone's looking at. Anyways, Fiziev, guy's got to be good. We haven't seen him proven on the ground. I don't know. I'm assuming he's got some skills, but listen, if I had Bobby Green's cell phone number, Jacob, can you find it out? Call him up, ask him if he's going to have a smart game plan with wrestling, and I would bet on Bobby Green in this fight. Definitely plus 3.5. But I mean, plus 260 odds. This guy is good. It's just you never know if he's going to show up and fight. Like the fight IQ is always not the best. But man, plus 260, they're going to force me to bet on Bobby Green. I actually just did place a bet. Plus 3.5 for plus 105, which, I mean, Bobby Green, hard to finish, good wrestling. If he has half of a game plan, he should steal around here. So, and I'm definitely putting him in my DraftKings too.
Well, and that plus 3.5 bet, I'm logging into my account now because I definitely bet on this fight. I have 3.5 in my notes. I want to see what odds I got it at. Jacob, what are your thoughts here? So Dan's picking Bobby Green, but only because you're hoping and praying he has a grapple heavy game plan, right?
Oh, who am I actually picking to win the fight? Yeah, Bobby Green, sure. I just hope he wrestles. If he fights smart, good. If he tries to strike, no, he's going to get beat up. So
you're probably not going to like this next part because I did my research on Bobby.
Oh no, he's the lock of the week.
No, if you look on July 5th, which is less than a month ago, he posted a caption. He had the shirt off picture, and the caption read as follows: "Quote, been fat all year, finally getting my weight down." That was less than a month ago. He said he's been fat all year. So he fought, when was it, in February or whatever? Sounds like he hadn't been doing much of anything until these last 4 weeks. So, he said he's in shape now, but that's to me, not a great sign. And if you look at Rafael, this dude throws everything to kill you. He throws leg kicks to kill you. He throws punches to kill you. If he gets you in that Muay Thai clinch, he will throw knees to put his knee through your skull. It is unreal the power that this guy throws with on every single strike and does not get tired. In my mind, this should be minus 500 for Rafael. I love him in this matchup. This is about, you mentioned the grappling. This is actually a battle of the blue belts. They're both blue belts. So I think Bobby would have the experience of like the wrestling. But if you look at just jiu-jitsu,
Jacob says it like maybe a little bit.
Yeah. So, but if you're looking at just jiu-jitsu, I don't think Bobby Green's going to overwhelm Rafael with anything crazy. And if this stays on the feet, then he's in big, big trouble because Rafael is a Muay Thai champion. The guy is unreal, throws everything to kill you. He's in my DraftKings lineup. I love him in this matchup, which if you've been following me the last few weeks, you probably want to play Bobby Green.
Yeah, I bet. So I have 2 bets on this. I just pulled them up on my iPad here. I have Rafael Fiziev wins by points, meaning he wins a decision. I got plus 125 on that, and that's because Bobby Green is so stupid tough. So tough. Then I got Bobby Green at plus 3.5 points, which means you can buy 3.5 points on the judge's scorecard. The odds are the math is basically all Bobby needs to do is win one round. One round. That's all he has to do. And if he wins a round, even if he loses a decision, I win my bet.
How do you think he's going to win a round? Just by taking it down?
Yeah.
Shooting. Yeah, that's exactly how. I mean,
I think he's going to eat a knee if he gets anywhere close.
Jacob, by the way, you might be right, but we don't know. No one's even tested it against Fiziev. No one of a high caliber of wrestling has tested it.
The second that you try and shoot on him, if he gets one underhook, then you're in 2 seconds, you're in a Muay Thai clinch, getting kneed unrelentlessly.
Right, maybe. When we see that, then we'll know.
Maybe it's how it's gonna be.
Okay.
Well, a monkey knife fight, they're on this line, man. This is a high line. I was actually hoping it would be a super low one, thinking that they would be like everybody else, that there's first round knockout, but it's a high line. And I do think it's likely a decision. But I might play the less.
Honestly, sorry, there's nothing I hate more than high lines.
Okay. I might go, I think I play less here just to hedge against myself, essentially. But I do think.
Right, so you made both of those bets, Bobby Green plus 3.5 at what were the odds?
Plus 105. And then I got Fiziev wins a decision at plus 125. Basically,
plus 125.
What'd you say?
Angelo's internet's breaking again, and he's going to yell at me that it's my microphone.
Plus 125, Fiziev wins a decision. You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We're just trying to figure out if and how stupid that double-sided bet is.
It's not double-sided. All it has to be is if Fiziev wins 2 rounds and Bobby Green wins 1 round, I win both bets.
Right, but that's what you have to have. Right, or Bobby Green. You have to have. That's actually the only outcome you can have to win both bets.
Yeah, but I only did a half a unit on Fiziev and a full on Bobby plus 3.5.